Every September, Apple hosts an event that draws interest from the whole tech community. Millions watch in anticipation of the revelation. The expectation is even greater than usual in 2025. Indeed, for many, the iPhone 17 lineup will be the highlight. However, next to it is another product that people are keeping a close eye on: the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Apple's smartwatch technology has always been at its peak with the Ultra line. It is a tough companion designed for professionals, athletes, and adventurers who expect more from a wearable than just a timepiece. Compared to the standard Apple Watch series, the Ultra is larger, more durable, and more powerful. And now that the Ultra 2 has been out for 2 years, Apple is prepared to introduce the next generation. That 2-year lapse is significant, because the Ultra has more time to develop in between updates than the annual series releases. This entails more deliberate improvements, more ambitious features, and an opportunity to establish new benchmarks. The Ultra 3 appears to be a significant advancement. Additionally, the list of improvements is compelling if you're unsure if the upgrade is worth it, particularly if you own the original Ultra or even a Series 9 or 10. Let's dissect them. A larger, more engaging screen. The new display technology of the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is one of the most intriguing rumors. A slightly larger resolution panel is anticipated, according to early watchOS 11 code. The clever thing is that the case size won't really grow. Apple is anticipated to reduce the size of the bezels instead. This increases the amount of usable screen real estate without adding bulk to the watch. The Ultra 3 may have the biggest display on an Apple Watch ever if it's true. Why is that important? First, readability. A larger screen provides clearer information whether you're diving underwater, skiing across snow, or standing in direct sunlight. It entails more room for complications, simpler map navigation, and quick access to comprehensive workout metrics. Additionally, it enhances the immersive experience of notifications, apps, and Siri. Although Apple already leads the industry in terms of display clarity and brightness, increasing usable space without adding bulk is a wise move. It might feel like wearing a miniature iPhone on your wrist if you had a titanium-wrapped screen that was nearly edge-to-edge. A new processor that is more efficient. The Ultra 3 has a new chip, just like every other generation of Apple Watches. The Ultra 2 currently makes use of the S9 system and package. Although it wasn't a significant improvement over the S8, it was effective. Although raw power was not the main focus, the Series 10 introduced the S10 chip, which was thinner and allowed for more internal space. 2 options are being considered for the Ultra 3. According to some leaks, Apple plans to use the S10 chip and bring it up to speed with the Series 10. Some people think Apple is getting ready to release a brand new S11 chip that is tailored especially for the Ultra line. The S11 may result in significant efficiency improvements even if it is not about speed. Longer battery life, more seamless multitasking, and improved management of power-hungry features like satellite connectivity or sophisticated GPS are all benefits of this. Efficiency is just as important as raw performance for a device that is meant to withstand endurance races, mountain climbs, and lengthy treks. Improved charging and longer battery life. One of the Ultra line's distinguishing features is its long battery life. The Ultra 2 has a much longer battery life than the typical Apple Watch, with up to 36 hours of normal use and even longer in low power mode. This makes the Ultra indispensable for divers, adventurers, and working professionals. Apple is anticipated to advance this with the Ultra 3. A physically larger battery may have more space thanks to the thinner chip design. watchOS 11 may also improve endurance by streamlining background operations. This implies a watch that, even with more potent internal hardware, could last longer between charges. New health features and sensors. There has always been more to the Apple Watch than just telling the time. Apple positioned it as a companion for fitness and health from the very first model. It has introduced new instruments to track the body, identify dangers, and promote healthier living with every generation. This goal will be carried out by the Ultra 3, which might even include features that many users have been anticipating for years. According to rumors, the Ultra 3 will include at least one significant new sensor. Although Apple has not disclosed which, insiders point to 3 compelling options. Monitoring blood pressure is the first. For years, Apple has been developing this technology in secret. Without heavy equipment, It is one of the most difficult health metrics to measure precisely. However, the Ultra 3 could still identify upward trends, even if it is unable to provide precise medical-grade numbers. That would be enormous. Imagine receiving a notification that your blood pressure has been excessively elevated for a number of hours. It might entail athletes staying away from overdoing it. It may serve as a warning sign for those who are susceptible to hypertension before more severe problems arise. The detection of sleep apnea is the second option. Despite being surprisingly prevalent, many people are unaware that they have this condition. The watch could identify breathing pauses during sleep by fusing motion sensors with oxygen monitoring. Receiving a mild warning that you might be in danger might encourage people to consult a doctor sooner than they otherwise would. Hydration. Tracking comes in third. The Ultra 3 could analyze perspiration or even track hydration levels using skin sensors. This could be a life-saving feature for people working in harsh environments or athletes training in hot climates. The ability to track dehydration on your wrist would provide an additional degree of security, as it poses a significant risk. The Ultra 3 will still support precise GPS, diving depth, cycling data, and advanced running metrics in addition to these new features. It is more than just a smartwatch. It is a complete sports companion that can be used by deep-sea divers, marathon runners, and mountain climbers alike. Emergency equipment and satellite connectivity. The addition of satellite connectivity is arguably the most intriguing rumor. With the iPhone 14, Apple first made this feature available, enabling users to send emergency messages even in the absence of cell service. It would be a significant advancement to add this capability to the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Suppose you are trekking far away from people. Either you left your phone behind or it's dead. You hurt yourself after slipping and are unable to return to safety. Normally, you would be stranded, but if you had the Ultra 3 on your wrist, you could use satellite to send an SOS signal or emergency text. You wouldn't be isolated, not even in isolated mountains, deserts, or seas. The advantage is obvious for sailors or divers. The peace of mind is invaluable for tourists traveling the world. When you combine this with already existing features like fall detection, crash detection, and backtrack navigation, the Ultra 3 transforms from a fitness tracker into a survival tool that can be used for both sport and safety in the most hazardous situations. Robust durability and elegant design. The Ultra 3 might initially appear to be similar to the Ultra 2. In contrast to the rounded series models, Apple appears dedicated to the striking squared titanium case. However, improvements are anticipated as usual. Stronger titanium alloys could be introduced by Apple, increasing the case's durability without increasing its weight. There are rumors of a new, darker titanium finish or even a black one that resembles ceramic. This would increase options beyond the light titanium style that is currently available. Additionally, the sapphire glass that shields the display might become more scratch-resistant. Deeper dives and more challenging conditions could be made possible by further pushing water resistance. The Ultra 3 is expected to further improve the Ultra's durability, making it suitable for marathons, mountains, seas, and deserts. Apple already markets the Ultra as the most resilient smartwatch in its lineup. These changes are important for people who work and live in harsh environments. Knowing that your watch can keep up when you're pushing boundaries is more important than style. Price and date of release. When will you be able to obtain it? New products from Apple are nearly always unveiled in September. Additionally, insiders indicate that the major keynote will take place on September 9th or 10th, 2025. The same week, pre-orders should go live, and general availability is anticipated by mid-September, most likely on September 19th. Regarding pricing, don't anticipate a discount. The Ultra 3 is probably going to remain within the $799 price range that the Ultra 2 debuted at. The price may increase marginally to about $849 or even $899 if Apple introduces satellite connectivity or significant new hardware. However, it is still competitive even at that level. Watches from Suunto and Garmin with comparable extreme sport features frequently cost the same or more. The integration with the iPhone, AirPods, and the whole Apple ecosystem are just as valuable to Apple enthusiasts as the hardware itself. Last words. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is more than a yearly update. It is the outcome of a 2-year hiatus during which Apple improved and redesigned its most expensive smartwatch. The end product appears to be the most sophisticated wearable that Apple has ever produced. Consider its features: satellite connectivity, a tougher design with new finishes, a larger, more immersive display, a faster, more efficient processor, a longer battery life and faster charging, and new health sensors. This will feel like a huge improvement for those who use the original Ultra. The larger screen, improved performance, and possible satellite safety features might even make the upgrade worthwhile for Ultra 2 owners. With the Ultra 3, Apple's vision of extending its watch into the realms of sport, safety, and health feels fully realized. It's more than just a smartwatch. For athletes, adventurers, professionals, or anyone else who just wants the most capable Apple Watch ever produced, it is a lifeline, a training partner, and a survival tool. It appears that the Ultra 3 will be the must-have wearable in 2025.